working on. It's like, girl, how you gonna have time to do all this? You are truly wearing all the hats and doing all the things, right? And I'm like, whew. Like I said, up in the ante. I'm always like, how can I blow my next goal out of the water? Hey, Courtney Sanders here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, I'm a full-time online life and business coach as well as wife and mom. I wear all the hats and do all the things, but I do it because I'm so passionate about helping you turn your success story into a 6 or even 7-figure online coaching brand. And with that theme, especially because I'm recording this in December at the end of the year here in 2022, I thought it'd be fun to talk about the things that I am working on in my own business and what I'm focused on to grow my business in 2023. So 2022 has been a really phenomenal year for me. It was my first $1 million year. I've amassed up until that point $1 million in my business total, but it was my first time doing $1 million in a calendar year, which is really exciting. I talk more about this actually in my video where I talk about how to achieve 6 figures per month, how I've been hitting 6 figures per month. So you can check that here, wherever that is on the screen. But with that, you know, I want to keep the party going, right? So I love kind of hitting a new milestone in my business and really just in my life, hitting goals, because it gives me a challenge to top what I did previously. So I'm a bit of an A-type personality, kind of aggressive with myself, where I'm like, ooh, whatever goal we hit last time, we got to do bigger, we got to do better, we gotta go. So you don't need to be like me. If you're laid back, that's probably a good thing. Don't stress yourself out. But I thought it'd be fun to give you a peek into just the things that I'm working on for 2023, and then you can share what you're working on for your business in the comments below. And so with that, let's get into it. All right, the first thing that I'm working on, which I'm super excited about, I mentioned this in a previous video. Shout out to whoever can name what video I first asked if this was something that you all were interested in, but I'm actually working on a planner. Yes, a physical, like I was gonna say hardcover. I don't know that it'll have a hardcover, but it'll be like a physical paper, you know, you can write in it planner that really documents my goal process. And I got the idea to do that after just really looking at all the goals that I've achieved in my business this year. So again, hitting that 7-figure mark, hitting a lot of those revenue goals, expanding my team, even somewhat silly goals where I was like, man, I really want a Tesla, and I was able to get that in my business name. I have a video where I talk about that as well. You can check the links to that in the description below. But yeah, it's just been like, man, knocking one goal out after the other. And part of that, one, by God's grace. So, you know, gotta give a shout out to God for really helping me progress through this year. But in addition, just really focusing on my goal setting process. So I have a very specific goal setting process that I follow. I talk about that in my video all about how to set goals like a millionaire, which you can also check out somewhere in the links in the description below. But I thought it'd be fun to really just give people that resource in an actual planner. So that is something that I'm actively working on. I'm working with a company out in Dallas who's gonna help me produce this planner. We've been in meetings back to back. My goal is that it'll be ready in January. I know that's like very soon. Depending on when you see this video, it might be coming out very soon. So it's like a race to the finish line. We'll see if we hit that deadline, but if not January, certainly early Q1 of 2023. But I'm really excited about this planner, and I hope that it'll be even more planners to come because planners have been really instrumental for me, especially when I was first starting my business. I used to love writing my goals down every single day and keeping it in front of me. Now I do a mix of, you know, mostly digital, but some paper as well. But I've been finding myself going back to paper because I really like just the feeling of using a pen, you know, and putting it on paper, and it feels something very connected to my goals and my dreams where I am writing it out. So I'm really excited about that. When we have more details, I'll share that as well. But yeah, that's something that I'm working on, coming up with a physical product, a planner that I am doing to grow my business in 2023. All right, the next thing that I'm working on, which I'm super excited about, it's also slightly controversial because your girl's been talking smack about these here things that I'm gonna mention on this channel. But yes, I am actually working on a certification program. here at CourtneyLSanders. And this is really exciting because the certification that I'm working on is actually going to be ICF certified. So ICF is the International Coaching Federation. They're the globally recognized authority and coaching body. And the reason I decided to do this, I know it's kind of like shock and awe, like, no, wait a minute, you got all these videos saying you don't need a coaching certification, and you don't. You don't. I still maintain that. But the reason I decided to do this is because for so many people, for whatever reason, and I commend it, they just really want that coaching certification. They're like, I hear you, Courtney, I know it, but I just want to say that I'm certified. You know, I want to make sure that my methodology is, you know, following best practices in the coaching industry, and I completely respect that. The only thing that I've noticed that really grinds my gears is that a lot of people join coaching certification programs, and yes, they will certify you in a methodology to coach, but they don't teach you how to build the business. And people are spending $20, $30, sometimes more, $20,000, $30,000 in order to get these coaching certifications, only to walk away with a certification in hand and absolutely no knowledge about how to build the business. So I'm really excited about this certification program that I am putting together because it's going to be paired with my program all about how to build your brand from A to Z. It's my signature coaching program. It's called the Next Big Name Bootcamp. You can join that now. If you want to learn more about it, you can click the link below to apply, but we are going to be creating an additional version of that for those who are interested that will also include this ICF certified coaching certification that goes with it. So that's like a huge thing that we're working on. We've actually been working on that since this year, and so it's something that we're going to continue to work on, and so hopefully that will roll out maybe towards the end of Q1 of 2023 or the beginning of Q2 of 2023. But I felt like it was just really important because, I mean, you know, if people are going to continue to pursue coaching certifications, and there's certainly nothing wrong with that, I want to make sure that if they get certified, they also have the resources that they need in order to build a successful business. So if that's something that you're interested in, stay tuned because it's coming out very soon. All right, the third thing that I am working on, it's like, girl, how you gonna have time to do all this? You are truly wearing all the hats and doing all the things, right? And I'm like, whew. Like I said, up in the ante. I'm always like, how can I blow my next goal out of the water? But the third thing, as if that weren't enough, that I'm also working on is a book. And I'm kind of embarrassed to even talk about this goal because this is something I've been talking about for a few years now, right? Like I should have had this book done, but I'm really committed to getting this done. You know, I'm gonna be working with a book coach, like setting up timelines to actually get this done, working with a team who's gonna help me publish this. Like this is very serious. So we have to get this out this year, right? So I can't say when per se. I'll tell you my goal is sometime like midsummer. So the end of Q2 or maybe the beginning of Q3. But really my goal is like, if we could just get it out this year, 2023, I'd be very, very happy indeed because this is a lifelong project that I've been working on. I won't tell you the title just yet, but I'll be, you know, releasing more information, and I'm sharing how those of you who are interested in being some of my early book readers as I release these chapters, how you can get involved with that as well. So again, stay tuned. So much information coming out about all of these different projects, but I'm really excited to be working on this book in 2023. In fact, like I said, I already have a book idea and I won't share what the title is, but go ahead and drop in the comments either what you hope I'm writing a book on or what you guess I'm writing a book on. You can share in the comments below. All right, so these next things that I'm working on in my business are not projects per se, but just kind of like the general things that I am focusing on this year that I want to do better at and really amplify this year. And so the first kind of just general focus is really focusing on team and systems building. So part of the reason why I was able to have such a phenomenal year this year is because my team expanded tremendously, right? I hired an executive assistant and a project manager and had my operations manager and content writers and enrollment coordinators and sales teams and video editors and videographers and like so many different people that I'm working with and so many different people that help support the CLS brand, and I wouldn't be able to do it without them. And so this year, or this coming year in 2023, I really want to focus on streamlining a lot of those processes, making sure that I am, using people's talents, right, to the best of their abilities, that they are getting the opportunities that they want and need in my own business, and that they can focus on the things that they would rather focus on, and maybe not so much the things that they don't want to focus on, and maybe we'll pull somebody else or pull in other resources to handle the things that maybe they don't have an interest in, So I guess I'm trying to align people with their strengths and their skill set and their interests to the various aspects of my business where it makes sense for them. So I'm really just kind of working on getting people in the right seats on the bus, so to speak. So that's something that I'm really focused on. And then of course those systems, because we were trying to grow, beyond what we did this year, which brings me to the second just general thing that I'm focused on that's not particularly a project, but just a general goal in the business is now I want to scale from 6 figures a month to multi 6 figures a month. So, we've been hitting pretty consistently 6 figures a month. Sometimes it's like 80, 90 or whatever. This last month that I had, I just received back from the bookkeeper. I couldn't believe it. It was $138,000, which was kind of like insane. I remember when I didn't even make that in a year. And so to be generating that in a month in my business is kind of crazy. But again, always up in the ante. I'm like, hey, how many more people can we reach? How many more people can we serve? How can we get more people involved in all of the CLS programs and trainings and products and all the different things that I have? If you're curious about all the different programs that I have, I know I've received a lot of comments like that, like, hey, like I go on your website, like where do I find things? What is it that you offer? I want to jump into something. We will link that in the comments below or in the description box where you can check out all of the available programs that are live right now. So yeah, just really looking to grow in that sense. And so 2 ways that I'm focusing on growing revenue is attracting new sales. So making sure that my brand is even more visible and getting new people to find out more about me, but also continuing to generate those reoccurring sales. And so I've talked about this in previous videos. I believe I have a video about how to create reoccurring revenue in your business. But one of my strengths that I've had since the beginning of my business is truly repeat customers. I love my community. I love you all because we're like in this for life, right? I have people who have been rocking with me and joining my programs literally since I was like doing hair care YouTube videos here on YouTube, right? And so they've really grown with me from college age to young adult to, now married mom and, kids and all the different things that I am building in my life and all the different things that I've been working on. And people have been buying my programs since 2014. It's just been really amazing to watch. And so I want to continue to serve my audience and continue to come up with new programs that help them achieve their own goals. And of course, I want to grow and reach new audiences as well. So those are the 2 parts that we are focusing on in order to grow that revenue and to start to go from 6 figures to multi 6 figures in my business. So yeah, these are the things that I am focusing on in order to grow my business in 2023. If you want help in getting support to grow your business in 2023, I would love to support you on that. If you're curious about which programs might be best for you, I invite you to book a call with my enrollment team. You can click the link below in order to find out more about how to do that, as well as the links in the description for all the different things that we have going on. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you can't wait until my next video, make sure you are subscribed to my podcast, The Courtney Sanders Show. And if you can't wait for my next podcast or my next YouTube video, come on over to Instagram. It's CourtneyLSanders. Follow me there. Leave me a comment, send a DM, say, hey, what's up? And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.